In this video, we are going to share how to be super productive and get shit done during these crazy times. And luckily, we've got one of the most productive people I've ever met in Spencer Ayres, and he's going to share his top 6 tips for how he goes from human levels of productivity to superhuman levels of productivity. So go on, Spencer, share with us what you got.
Thank you so much. Yeah, let's do it because I love being productive. I love getting stuff done. And here's 6 tips that I've been using, particularly during this time of lockdown. But these are transferable to all times that you're working. So I'm going to throw out number 1, which is prioritize ruthlessly. And what I mean by this is only focusing on one thing and getting everything else that you think you might want to be doing out of your mind, off your to-do list, just to think about that one thing that you need to do. That's ruthless prioritization for the highest value thing that's going to give you the most progress you can possibly take. That's it. One thing, ruthless prioritization.
So I'll just add here that I heard somewhere that the word priorities is actually quite new, whereas the word priority is very old, because
Yeah, I love that.
typically you can only have one priority, yeah. So it's a new invention that you can have many. It's not actually really feasibly possible. So I just thought I'd add that there. So what about
That's it. One priority.
one priority? It's simple. What about number two though,
Simple.
in terms of the tips?
Number two. Number two. Tip number 2 is focus on shipping. And what that really means is, what does done mean for you? For some people, it's really obvious. It might be writing some software and getting that shipped out to people. It might be finishing off a design or a creative piece of work and getting that out of the door as quickly as possible. But this is all about shipping and getting done. What does done actually mean? And here's one thought for you, because a lot of people, and I've talked about the Pareto principle quite a lot. If you think something's going to take you a day, what does it look like after 2 hours? I bet you that it's almost finished. If not, good enough. Let it go, ship it, and move on to the next thing. Focus on shipping.
After I said number two, I found it quite hard not to hear something else when you said ship it, which was interesting there. Okay, let's move on to number three.
Number 3 is chunk your time. So coming back to and linking to that prioritization, Pete, or the priority, the number 1 priority is focus on that one priority during a single chunk of time. Now, chunks of time can be different for different people. For me, what I do is I focus on 2-hour chunks. And some people, like, they do Pomodoro techniques, so they may do a 30-minute thing, but 2 hours allows me to get deep into that work and do some really hard thing. I tend to find that I kind of figure out what I'm doing for the first few minutes, first 20 minutes or so, and then I get really deep towards the kind of after an hour or so. 2 hours means that I can get some really amazing things done, get it out the door. Focus on one thing and chunk your time.
It's quite controversial, isn't it? Because sometimes a lot of people think that 45 minutes is probably good, or maybe an hour. So you're actually focusing on slightly longer ones. Does that mean that can be quite difficult for some people to do multiple 2-hour sessions? But are you able to?
Yeah, oh, throughout a day, yeah, absolutely. I am, and it changes throughout the day. So what I tend to find is that I'm really good when I've got a reward, and actually this comes on to number 4 as well, because those chunks of time need to be bookended with something else. You need to be doing something and focusing on something else once you've done that 2 hour piece of chunk of time. Now, I'm just saying 2 hours is for me, right? And for other people, something else happens. But I find that I don't get deep enough into work in those kind of 45-minute chunks. So number 4 is give yourself a reward. So once you've done a chunk of work, once you've got something shipped, give yourself a little reward. That could be a coffee, it could be a little snack, it could be right now I'm spending some time with my kids. So I'd spend a bit of time playing with my kids really freely, and that's kind of a bit of a reward for me to say, hey, you've done good. Let's focus on something else in a few minutes, but this is your time to indulge and to do something that you really enjoy with that reward. That's number 4.
I like to have a lemon water, a hot lemon water is a good one, and or a peppermint tea. Um, I'm very excited about this one. I think it's the most important one. Go on, let's go through it.
And look, I didn't even know that I actually did this until I started to reflect on how I am productive. And this one, it's a bit out there, but it's about visualizing yourself actually doing the work. And I kind of relate this to sports people. Maybe they would visualize what it's like to do a 100-meter run, or they're visualizing taking a kick at goal in rugby, or a penalty in hockey, or whatever it is. Visualize what that actual process is in your mind. And I do this actually when I'm during those break periods or before work. So before I even start to knuckle down and do that deep work, I'm thinking about what's coming next. It's kind of percolating in the back of my mind, thinking about what those steps are in order to get that thing done and get that thing shipped. That's the visualization element that I think is so important, because all you need to do then is replay that with execution. You're just playing out the thing that you've already had in your mind, and then it means you're going to be really successful in doing it.
Nice, and I think that leads us on nicely to the last one, which is only do stuff that you enjoy.
You got it. Only do stuff that you enjoy. And, I'm fortunate that I'm doing some really interesting projects. I do the work that I do, I absolutely love anyway. But I think even if you're not doing things that you find really enjoyable, hopefully it's something that leads you towards something else. So it could be hard work, it could be really challenging stuff, but hopefully it's leading you towards a better version of yourself or a better job in the future. So do stuff that you enjoy and know where you're going with it.
I think I'd probably add to that and support that by saying, sometimes you've got to do stuff that you don't enjoy, but to be able to do stuff that you do enjoy. But I suppose what you're saying is that if you can see that it's going to lead you to something that you will enjoy, then that's the important part.
100%. I'm not talking about fun here. I'm not talking about just doing stuff that you find really fun. I'm doing stuff that is about you being productive. There's nothing better in my mind. There's nothing more enjoyable in my mind than doing some really hard, challenging piece of work, getting it shipped, getting people to see it, and then you can sit back and you can enjoy your peace and your time with your family or your reward time. You can enjoy that way, way, way more. And I think that's a really important thing and a good place perhaps for us to leave this.
Definitely. I think we've done a fantastic job of going through 6 tips. Number 1, prioritise ruthlessly. Number 2, focus on shipping. Number 3, chunk your time. Number 4, reward yourself. Number 5, visualise your work. And number 6, only do stuff that you enjoy doing.
There you go. Let us know, I guess. Let us know in the comments, yeah? Say it. Take it away, Nick.
Yeah, if you've got any of your own that you'd like to share, put those in the comments. But equally, if you would agree or disagree, or maybe even violently disagree with any of these, also let us know in the comments. And also,
100%.
please, and also please help us out by subscribing to our YouTube channel. We'd really, really appreciate it. Got it? In this video, we're going to share with you how to get shit done during these crazy times. And we're very lucky to have Spencer on the call. Oh, for fuck's sake. In this video, we're going to talk to you about how to get shit done in these crazy times. And we've got Spencer here. I'm buckling under the pressure. I'm folding. Human levels of productivity to superhuman levels of productivity. And in this, he's going to... I'm close.
It's close.
In this video, we're going to share how to... For fuck's sake. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to be too perfect now.
No. It's fine.
In this video, we're going to share how to get... I don't know why I've got the... In this video, we're going to share how to get shit done during these crazy times that we're going through. And we're super lucky because we've got Spencer here who has this unbelievable ability to go from human levels of productivity to switch the flicks. Oh, for fuck. That was it. That was the one. Flick the switch.
That was the one.
Okay. In this video, we are going to talk about how to get shit done during these crazy times. We're super lucky because we've got Spencer here who's going to share how he is able to switch the flick. Oh, fuck off. Fuck. Flick the switch. That was the one. That was a really good one as well.
That was so good.
Okay, to switch the flicks. Switch the flick. To switch the flicks. Switch the flick. Oh, fuck off. Fuck. Flick the switch. That was the one. That was a really good one as well.
That was so good.